Welcome down here to the Sam Stadium. It's a little bit empty at the moment. Fans just started to make their way in. This is a big game tonight. Oxford United take on Southend. They're just a few points in front of Oxford United, but Southend have a very good record down here at the Sam Stadium. Oxford United are unchanged from the side that started on Saturday when they won by 1-0 against Milton Keynes. That's Eastwood in goal, fullbacks Johnson and Edwards, centre half Nelson and Dunkley, engine room Ledson and Lundstrom, wide is Maguire and Sercombe, Robbie Hall just off of Martinez at the top. Will they win? You just join me on BBC Oxford Sport Twitter throughout the evening. Ripple of applause around the ground down here. It's still Oxford United 0, Southend United 0. Oxford with a better football. No real goal-mouth action for either keeper to deal with just at the moment. But I can tell you that a couple of times the ball's gone into the Southend technical area. Phil Brown's just let it run away. The full-backs kicked it away. It looks to me as though they get 3 points here tonight. They'll be absolutely over the moon. If they get one, that seems to be how they're setting their stall out. At the moment, it's goalless after just some 11 minutes down here at the Sam Stadium. Oxford United 0, Southend United 0. 18th minute on the clock down here. Chris Maguire sizes up what looks to be a very good opportunity for a man of his calibre. It is goalless between Oxford United and Southend. Robbie Hall brought down. Wall is good 10 yards back, 26 yards out, down at the open end of the ground. Maguire steps up to the ball. Smith in goal, wraps it around. It's 1-0. It's gone to the side netting. Even I got mistaken then, because I tell you what, that was really, really close. It's still goalless here between Oxford United and Southend United. Oxford United with their first corner. Oh, what an effort that was! Dunkley came in with their first corner, flashed a header against the inside of the post, which has gone right across the face of goal. And that was a real escape there for Southend United, but the pressure is still on. Lundstrom near side to Maguire. Maguire brings it down, puts it back in. Chance here for Martinez, who puts it over the bar. 25 minutes gone. Oxford United 0, Southend United 0. Into the 38th minute down here. Still goalless between Oxford United and Southend. Oxford United with Dunkley hitting the inside of the post. Martinez putting one over the top of the bar. And you've got to say Tony Martinez is certainly looking like a very good prospect. 2.4 million he was bought for by West Ham. And he's in their under-21 side, and he looks really useful at the top of the park. Although Oxford haven't fashioned that many great chances, they have been the side in the ascendancy. As we approach the end of the 38th minute here, it's Oxford United 0, Southend United 0. Into the 45th minute, Oxford with a corner, 2 minutes of time to be added on. Maguire flashes a shot in, easily blocked. Oxford have had better in the first half, but it's got a little bit scrappy towards the end of this first 45. Southend with a good break now. Got to be Ledson to get there. It does get there, but in time added on down here. Oxford started well, but the game's just gone a little bit scrappy now. As we go into the break, it's goalless between Oxford United and Southend United. 60 minutes, Martinez taking on Anton Ferdinand, who's done well to push him out of the way, plays it right across the face of the 6-yard box. Nobody there but Dimitri puts the ball away, and Southend keep it in. It's been rather scrappy, to say the least. It's been odds and ends, picked up bits and bobs, bits and pieces as well. Nobody really fashioning too much in the second half. In fact, Southend, I would say, had the better of the first 5 minutes of this second half. But 15 minutes into it, it's still goalless between Oxford United and, of course, Southend United. Well, there's a kind of hush all over the world, especially at the Sam Stadium, as Southend United, well, they'd have to go and score. 62 minutes, crossed by Dimitri, heading in by Marc-Antoine Fortuné into the back of the net. I suppose Southend have had the better of the chances at the start of the second half, what chances there have been, but there seemed to be an awful lot of space for Dimitri to put that cross in, and he picked out Fortuné 7 yards out to bury his header past Eastwood. Southend United lead here by 1-0. 64 minutes on the clock. Well, you can just hear the Southend United fans on the far side. Oxford United making their second change. Conor McElhenney on for Chris Maguire. He's looked a little bit out of sorts today. But it's Southend that hold the upper hand after that goal by Fortuné heading past Eastwood. And Oxford haven't really fashioned too much. They've now got Hemmings at the top of the park, and they've got Robbie Hall. Well, they've also got in behind Martinez. They've got quite a few attacking options out there, but they just don't seem to be fashioning anything, because Southend have taken a bit of a grip on the game. Their tactics are working very, very well. They break into the box again, this time with Wordsworth. And that's Oxford United that trail by 1-0 with a little over 15 minutes to go. '80th minute, Robbie Hall stands over a free kick. You'll know if it's a goal instinctively. He's going to curl it with his left peg. He's got a 4-man Southend wall. Smith stands behind his wall. There's just a gap there. What will he do? Johnson's with him. Hall round the wall, just wide of Smith's right-hand post. Still remains here with just 10 minutes to go. Oxford United trailing by 1-0. Do I honestly think Oxford can score a goal? I don't actually. It looks as though Southend could go to the points. Maybe that will just work in our favour. In the 88th minute, and Theo Robinson buries a header from inside the 6-yard box of Oxford United. Free header that is as well, from a corner that swung in down at the open end of the ground. Southend lead by 2-0. Somebody used the word streetwise for Southend United. Well, I can tell you that they've been very, very good today. They haven't been exceptional on the park, but they've done their job very, very professionally, and they've just shown Oxford where they need to aspire to. This was a big opportunity for Oxford United, but they trail here by 2-0 in front of a crowd of 7,200 plus. But it's Southend that look as though they're going to take the points back to Essex and Roots Hall. Well, as we approach the 91st minute, time added on here. Southend United lead by 2 headers to 0, one could say. Theo Robinson and Fortune burying headers inside Oxford United's penalty area. Oxford United had the better of the first half, but the second half, Southend been streetwise, professional, and known what to do. Phil Brown has marshalled his troops very, very well, and they've played the game to the best of their ability, and they've won the game by 2-0 here. Oxford United, on the other hand, they look forward to Middlesbrough, but I think they could have really done with 3 points tonight instead. In time added on, it's Oxford United 0, Southend United 2.